Hello and welcome to ITV News Meridian.
Tonight's headlines in the Thames Valley. Protests over the war in Gaza. Students at Oxford University take to their tents to call for financial ties with Israel to be cut. The local Jewish society fears the demonstration could escalate tensions.
This is almost our last resort in terms of how we can make our voices heard.
Good evening. Students from Oxford University have pitched tents on campus to protest about the war in Gaza.
The encampments were created yesterday in front of the Pitts Rivers Museum, with campaigners calling for the university to cut any financial ties with Israel.
But the Education Secretary fears the protest could create a more hostile atmosphere on campus and is warning any anti-Semitic abuse and intimidation won't be tolerated. For more on this, here's Cara Digby.
They're calling it the Liberated Zone. Outside Oxford Museum of Natural History, university students have camped overnight, hoping to make their message loud and clear. Following Israel's continued offensive in Gaza, the students are calling on Oxford University to cut any financial ties with Israel. Some of their demands include disclosing the university's finances, investing in rebuilding educational institutions destroyed in Gaza, and to boycott the ongoing conflict. The students are spending thousands on their education. They want to know exactly what their money is being invested in.
It's very important that universities, as producers of knowledge, as places where rhetoric and narrative are established, are places where students can come together for education and not for complicity in international war.
They say numbers have doubled in the past 24 hours, and they're gaining more support from university faculties. But the Education Secretary, Gillian Keegan, fears this type of demonstration, which stemmed from the US, might add friction towards Jewish students. Concerns echoed by Oxford's Jewish Society, who believe students are facing a wave of harassment since the conflict began.
We have tried to engage in peaceful negotiations, trying to meet with management time and time again, and yet we have not heard from them in a productive manner. So this is almost our last resort in terms of how we can make our voices heard. And with that said, the encampment is one of the most peaceful and non-violent ways that we can make our voices heard to management.
I'm Jewish myself, and it's mostly been my Muslim, Arab, and Palestinian comrades who have talked to me about why my identity is so important, about how welcome I am as a Jewish person in this space. And so I would say to other Jewish students that you are more than welcome to come at any time, and I'd be happy to talk to you about what it means to be a Jewish person in this movement.
Well, the university hasn't actually responded to the campaigners' demands, but in a statement they said, "We are aware of the ongoing demonstration by members of our university community. We respect our students and staff members' right to freedom of expression in the form of peaceful protests. We ask everyone who is taking part to do so with respect, courtesy and empathy. Oxford University's primary focus is the health and safety of the university community and to ensure any impact on work, research and learning, including student exams, is minimised. As we have stressed in our student and staff communications, there is no place for intolerance at the University of Oxford." These students can't say exactly how long they'll remain camped here, but they are certain they are prepared to stay until their demands are met. Cara Digby, ITV News, Oxford.